Okay, so bottoms on the floor, feet flat on the ground. We're going to go into lying supine. And just to do the setup quickly, imagine that gold thread pulling your head to the back of the room. Shoulders, roll them down, tuck them into the back pockets. Engage your core, so engage those deep core muscles. Engage the pelvic floor to that 20 to 30%, so lift, 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 up, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Hold it at 20 to 30%. Here, if you could just rock your hips back and forth, rock your pelvis, because we just want to find neutral spine. So we're just going to slowly still the pelvis, and it's a neutral spine. Your back shouldn't be flat against the mat. Having a little envelope window there works well, a little letter space under your back. Your knees should be hip width apart, your feet should be hip width apart. Take a deep inhale here. We want to do deep lateral thoracic breathing. So imagine an umbrella as your rib cage just opening up and expanding and gently coming back down again. We're going to start with the 100. Inhale here. On the exhale, lift the first leg into tabletop. Inhale. Exhale, imprint, think ribs to hips, and lift the second leg into tabletop. Imprinting is to stabilize your core, give you that extra support. Both legs in tabletop. Imagine a glass of champagne on each shin. You want to keep that steady. And if you'd like to stay at this level, you may. What I'd like you to do with your own breath is just tap down to the floor, raise it back up again. Tap down to the floor and raise it back up again. Please continue. If you'd like to progress, inhale, exhale, lift your head and shoulders off the ground. Start bouncing. Here we go. This is our 100. So imagine you have small little balls under your hands and you're just bouncing those small little balls. And I want you to be deep breathing here. If you'd like to stay in this position, please do. If you'd like to progress, you may extend both legs out, like so. It's called the 100 because you're supposed to be doing 100 bounces with your hands. And you should be able to do 10 bounces per deep breath, which means there'll be about 10 deep breaths. Engage your core to that 20 to 30%, engage your pelvic floor to that 20 to 30%, and ensure that deep lateral thoracic breathing, so deep breaths, expanding that rib cage, which I'm not doing because I'm talking, but I hope you're doing it at home. Okay, you may continue at this level if you'd like. I'm going to come back to tabletop. And you may stay at this level if you like, but I'm going to finish with those at beginner level. So I'm just going to gently place my head and shoulders back down, and I'm going to join the beginner level. So I quite enjoy the toe taps. Even if you are intermediate or advanced, I would encourage you to come back to basics every now and again, or beginner level, because they engage different muscles. And this is quite an enjoyable one. And it does engage the muscles, so do this. It's nice to do the variety as well. I enjoy the variety. Okay, if you're at the most progressed level, I'd like you to come back to tabletop now. And I'd like you to return your head and shoulders to the mat if they're not already. And then I'd like you to, one at a time, gently float a foot to the floor. Release stretch here is your full body stretch. Okay, good work. Next, we're going to do the scissors. So similar position, but engaging slightly different muscles. So continue in lying supine, knees and feet hip width apart. Deep inhale, on the exhale is the first leg to tabletop. Deep inhale, imprint, so think ribs to hips, lift the second leg into tabletop. Deep inhale, exhale for a moment. Deep inhale. On On your next exhale, raise your head and shoulders off the ground. And we're going to pull one knee towards us and then alternate. And it's a slow and controlled movement. We're not in a rush. Nobody's chasing us. We're in control. We're focused. And we're really concentrating on the muscles that we're engaging those deep core muscles, engaging that pelvic floor. Focus on your breathing. Now, if you'd like to continue doing like this, please do. If you'd like a slight variation, you can just cup your hands behind your head and rotate so you're doing elbow to knee, alternating. Bring it back to tabletop. Relax your head and shoulders, and then float one foot to the floor at a time. And again, you could do a full body stretch if you like. Whatever stretch makes you happy. Okay, next I'd like to do our side kick. So I'd like you to lie on your side. I'd like you to place one arm under your head and create a straight line. The other hand in front for stability. I'd like you to have one foot on top of the other, so your ankles should be stacked, your knees should be stacked, and your hips should be stacked. Take a deep inhale here. And on the exhale, just lift the foot, the leg above the bottom leg, and back down again. Inhale. On your exhale, lift again, and then we're going to bring it forward, plantar flexi, take it home, plantar dorsi. Sorry, dorsi flexi. So lift, out with pointy toes, back with flexed toes, and down again. Lift, out with pointy toes, back with flexed toes, down again. Up, out pointing, back flexing, down. So just continue with this movement. Continue with your own breath. I'm going to do some breathing here so that you can try and breathe moving if you like, be your own breath. But it's inhale, exhale, lift. Bring it home. Okay, one more please. And then we're going to go on to the other side. Good job. If you want to release stretch, you can just hug your knees into your chest. Okay, move around as elegantly as you wish, or not, as may be the case. So bottom arm down flat, and you can rest your head on it. Forward arm resting in front of you as a bit of support. Hips stacked, knees stacked, ankles stacked. Inhale, exhale, lift the leg, and then just simply float it back down again. Inhale, exhale, lift the leg, pointy toes out, flex toes back, and down again. Engage that core, engage your pelvic floor to that 20 to 30%. Deep lateral thoracic breathing So expand that rib cage. And remember, our mantra for this session was stepping out your comfort zone. So you could put some thought into that. Not that I want to distract your concentration from the movement, of course, but think about what you've been really wanting to do, whether it's go for a promotion, whether it's something in your relationship, whether it's going skydiving. What is out of your comfort zone that would bring you some joy, that would bring some positivity to your life? And I'm not sure what mine is, so I'm going to have a think a bit harder. Do you know, what would be out of my comfort zone is doing some live classes with a room full of people. I'd be a bit more nervous, a bit more protected with this wonderful audience. So I think maybe I should step out my comfort zone and do some live classes face to face with a group. That could be one for me. Okay, one more please. Good job, good job. Wonderful. So I'd like to close with just a bit of stretching. So let's start with the mermaid. So you can sit like this. So I've got one foot behind me, knee bent, the other foot into that thigh. It's going to take a deep inhale here. Hand down, arm over like a rainbow. Some deep breaths here. You can really stretch that arm further if you like. And return. We're going to go over to the other side. Excellent. Now keep this foot to that inner thigh and bring the other leg out and just deep inhale. With exhale, just come forward. If you can only get to the shin, or if you can only get to the thigh, that's fine. You can stop at the thigh. If you can get to the calf, the shin area, please do. If you can get to the toe, fantastic. Some of you will have your head on your knee right now. Good for you. That's not me. And if it's not you, that's not the goal. Your goal is not to put your head on your knee. Your goal is to feel a good, healthy stretch. You don't want to have any pain and you don't want to be pushing yourself beyond your natural limits. Take some deep breaths here. Feel that oxygen spreading all around your rib cage, really pushing to the back of that rib cage as well. Wonderful. And now we're just going to exchange legs. Nice deep inhale. On your exhale, move forward. Now this side's tighter for me. You probably will find you have a tighter side. Often your left side if you're right-handed. Nice deep breaths here. Expand that rib cage. Fantastic. Wonderful. Good job. I'd just like to close today's session with a manifestation. So we started with a mantra, which is to step outside your comfort zone. I'm going to close with a manifestation. And this is thanks to Roxy Nafusi. So when somebody compliments you, simply say, thank you. That is a great manifestation because often when people compliment us, we say, no. You know, even if it was, someone says, you look good today. Like, oh God, no, I hardly got any sleep. Or somebody said, it's a good piece of work. Oh, well, you know, it was lots of people helped. Just say, thank you. For two reasons. One is it will feel better in here. Instead, when you say, no, I haven't slept, I look terrible, or no, it was somebody else's work, you're minimizing yourself, you're making yourself smaller. and you want yourself to be as big and bright as it can be. So say thank you, and your body, your heart, you'll feel bigger, bolder, brighter, and you'll find that your work is even better. You'll find that you look even better because you're standing taller. So say thank you, just embrace it, enjoy it. And the second thing is, when you say thank you, people think well of you too. If you're always saying, no, it wasn't me, or no, I look terrible, then people are going to think that it's not you. People are going to think that maybe you don't look as good as you could. When you say thank you, they're going to say, yeah, they really do look good. They look tall, they're standing tall, they look strong. Their work really was good. I can't wait to see what they'll do next. So thank you, I like that one. Wonderful. Thank you for joining us today. Again, Happy New Year. I'm going to be releasing at least one new video this year, at least that's my goal. And I hope you stay with me for the journey. And if you have any questions or any recommendations, suggestions, I'd love to hear from them. Thank you so much. I'm wishing you a wonderful day.